main menu music. I love it so. I need to turn the game down and my audio up, because I cannot be heard super well. There we go. I think that sounds a bit better. Yes, it does. Well, yeah, I had been putting off doing a stream as myself for a bit. Just because... Wait. This is a different opening thing. Huh. Weird. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, I'd been putting off starting another stream just as myself for a while because I knew this game was coming out. Being my favorite game being remastered for technically the second time. But yeah, this is Tales of Symphonia. It was released, I want to say, in 2003, so 20 years ago this year. And it was the first RPG I'd ever played that really made me feel for the story and the characters. Like, it actually changed my life and defined who I was as a gamer, amongst other things. I'm very curious to see how this remaster is, because, to my understanding, it's based on the PlayStation 3 version that was based off the Japanese exclusive PlayStation 2 version of the game, because it was originally released on the GameCube. And then the PlayStation 2 version came out that added a few extra features, which America never got to see until the PlayStation 3 version came out, which the PlayStation 3 version was actually the one that I kind of did a What the Fuss stream of. But, oh, looks like FLAZE is going live right now. Good for them. Yeah, you guys should definitely tune into FLAZE's stream. Hers are much better than mine. Anyway. Words honestly can't even begin to describe how important this particular game is for me, and this is going to be the first time I play through it in its entirety in years, because back in the day on the GameCube, I beat this game no less than 15 times. I loved it that much. But I also kind of played it to death a wee bit for myself, but... Oh. Just... have this game on the go. Let's do this. Not right now.
Once upon a time, there existed a giant tree that was the source of mana. A war, however, caused this tree to wither away, and a hero's life was sacrificed in order to take its place. Grieving over the loss, the goddess disappeared unto the heavens. The goddess left the angels with this edict. You must wake me, for if I should sleep, the world shall be destroyed. The angels bore the Chosen One, who headed towards the tower that reached up unto the heavens. And that marked the beginning of the regeneration of the world.
Lloyd Irving, wake up. Lloyd!
Ah!
How do you manage to sleep standing?
Oh, Professor Rain, is class over?
Never mind.
Yeah,
Let's have
just
someone else answer the
going
question.
back, just thinking
Genius,
about how
Yes,
things
Rain?
were for me as a small child. I'd never played a game like this with this much voice acting.
Mythos the hero. brought about the end of the ancient war in the holy ground of Karlon.
Correct. Afterwards, Mythos the hero formed a pact with the goddess Martel to seal away the Desians whom caused the war.
Wow. Yeah, no, I know this game was ported to Steam and the PlayStation 3, but I know these sprites are real. Well, I mean, this game was 2 discs long on the GameCube. They had to pack a lot in there, so, you know, the designs had to be very... Yeah, she looks so good.
But the Desians came back and are now causing everyone to suffer.
We covered that in class last time, remember? When the seal weakens, the Desians reappear, just like they have now.
Yeah, I knew that. I just forgot.
You're an idiot.
Today is the day of prophecy. It is a very important day, which the Chosen of Mana will receive an oracle from the goddess Martel. Now, Chosen One, Colette.
Now, knowing a bit more what I do about other games, since I was Nintendo only, this actually reminds... So, the Chosen One, the savior of the world, is this girl here, Colette.
Yes, ma'am.
And we're playing just her friend, and it kind of reminds me of the dynamic in Final Fantasy X, which came out a few years before this game, and I've always wondered if that game may have indirectly inspired this game, or if this game was... The story of this game was already in the works, and it just happened to be 2 games that came out close to each other that star, you know, just the guardian of the Chosen One, you know?
Tell us about the journey of world regeneration.
It is a journey to seal the Desians. Upon passing the trials of the goddess Martel, the summoned spirits that protect the world awaken, and mana is restored.
You know, I also kind of like this as a way to ease the player into the world by having them being in a classroom, because it immediately sets up the dynamic of the 3 main, well, not main characters, but 3 starting characters, Genus, Colette, and Lloyd. Genus is a smart one, Colette is the chosen of the world, and Lloyd's the, you know, lovable idiot.
Correct. I suppose we should expect the Chosen herself to know the answer to that one.
You know, and I remember
Mana
at the
depletion
time
is the
thinking
cause
that
of
the
the current
designs
food
of all the
shortages
characters
and
in this game
droughts.
were very unique and
It is said that this occurs
were
because the Desians
very
consume
different
vast
from
amounts of
other,
mana in
you
their
know,
human
RPGs
ranches.
or just games in general at the time. I mean, even other designs in the Tales series don't quite
The Chosen's journey
look
has
quite
2
like these
purposes.
do.
To
With the exception of
revive
maybe
mana,
Abyss and
as well as
Vesperia,
defeat the Desians.
but
Now, for the next question.
Abyss, Vesperia, and Symphonia
What was that?
are probably the 3 Tales games that have the most similarities
Settle
between
down.
them.
It would seem that the time for the Oracle has come. I will go and check on the
Which is
chapel.
ironic because
Everyone
I really
stay here
dislike
and
both
study on your
Vesperia
own.
and Abyss.
Understood?
Professor, I'll go with you.
No, Colette. If it is the Oracle, the priests will come here for you. Wait here with everyone else.
Yes, ma'am.
Alright, now we get control. Now what's interesting about this game is... Oh, interesting. Huh, that is interesting. I'm a little disappointed because it feels like... So, in the, what's it called? The GameCube version, most of the extra arts were mapped to the C-Stick. So you had 4 extra arts down here, but in the PlayStation 3 version, you only got 2 extra arts, and it appears that's the same thing here. Which I don't get it. Why isn't it mapped to the right stick? Odd. I don't know. But other interesting thing is that, starting after this game, the special abilities would start being known as arts, which would, you know, become the standard name for the extra for your special attacks in the series going forward. Under the light, it's something to do with the Oracle. That light was so pretty. During the class, Rain said that when the oracle comes, the Crucis crystalline shrine and the altar shines. So that light must have been emitted by the Crucis crystal at the temple. So, I got a little confession to make. I've never actually stopped to take the time to talk to these kids. Because every time I played it when I was younger, and heck, the few times I played it when I was an adult, especially when I'm an adult, I'm like, I know the game, let's just, get to it, Because I wanted to get to the game. I didn't want to talk to anyone. I was that impatient of a little shit, which is why in my first playthrough of this game, I missed so many side quests. Lloyd, where are you going? Don't tell me you're sneaking out. Rain will get mad. I'm really curious to find out what really happens to Colette when she receives the oracle. They always talk about the Chosen of Regeneration on the Day of Prophecy, but no one tells us what really happens. But my sister said to stay and study by ourselves. It's research! Okay, this is actually something else that's never been in another Tales game and actually did a lot to cement this game as one of my favorites. The choices you're given throughout this game, while rudimentary and expected by today's standards, actually affect the different characters' opinions and affinity with you. Something that, again, would be very common, especially in games made by BioWare. But, again, young, I think 12-year-old me had never experienced that before. Because of the 8 companions you get in this game, you form a much deeper connection with one of them. And depending on who you get, it can actually change key cutscenes in the 3rd act, as well as affect which second costumes you unlock. Because one thing I admit that's a little annoying, to get all the second costumes, you have to play through this game 3 to 5 times, depending on which version of the game you're playing. I believe I'm playing the version where I have to play through it 5 times to unlock everything, which, to be fair, I'm probably not going to do, since I've already played this game as much as I have. But, yeah. Again, I'm just kind of walking you through why this game hit me so hard as a kid. I do realize now this is not a flawless masterpiece, but it came along at just the right time, gave me just the right experience that I'd never felt before. Oh, the feels are coming on strong. Anyway, it's research. That's just an excuse. So an excuse is an excuse, right? Don't be stupid. And actually, something else, if you agree to stay, another cutscene will play out slightly differently. Anyway, you're coming too, right? We're best friends after all. Colette, you want to come along too? Okay. So where to? Where else? The light. You're directly involved in all of this. Aren't you curious? Are you curious about it? Well, of course. Okay, then I'll be curious about it too. See? Dwarven vow number 4. Don't depend on others. Walk on your own 2 legs. Okay, then, let's go to the temple. Not the dwarven vows again. You always use those when you need an excuse. Yeah, that's something else I also like is, Lloyd. Okay, it's the minus button for skits. When did this hole get here? Have you forgotten, Lloyd? This happened when Colette... It was during last year's spring cleaning. I was mopping and then accidentally... You're such a klutz, Colette. Colette, obtain the title of klutz. This is something I don't think is done anymore in the Tales games. But... your characters unlock titles that you can equip, which up different stat growth and whatnot. I think part of the reason why it's not done so much anymore is because the titles are also how you unlock the second costumes in this game. Whereas later Tales games, it would just be a separate equipment piece. And unfortunately, the costumes give, no bonuses to any of the stats. So if you have them in a second costume, then you're suffering because of it. What's going on? It's awful quiet. Where did everyone go?
Correct!
Father! Frank?
Thank goodness you're safe.
Frank, what's happening? What happened to everyone in the village?
They're all hiding. The Desians invaded the village just a short while ago. Thankfully, no one was hurt. They passed through the village and headed for the temple.
Why? Asalia has a non-aggression treaty with the Desians. You mean the agreement where they don't attack the village as long as we leave the human ranch alone? Yes, Grandmother said it was to protect me. Oh, where is Grandmother?
Phaedra is at the temple, preparing for the ritual.
Phaedra's at the temple, but that's where the Desians.
The priests are there with her. There's no need to worry. Now, Colette.
I know. I promised to fulfill my duty as the Chosen.
Good luck, Colette. Lloyd, Genus, you two should go home.
I'm worried about letting Colette go by herself. I'll go with her to the temple. Me too.
But, all right, thank you. I'll wait at the house. Come back immediately if anything happens.
You know, something I do want to bring up, and I will bring this up a bit more once we get into actual combat. But what's it called? Can I go anywhere else? Oh. I wonder if Rain is going to be mad at us. This was something I do actually... It is a bit of a shame. This is the only Tales game, as far as I know of, where these skits don't have voice acting. I think that's because I think the localization wasn't given the TLC it needed. Because Tales of the Abyss, Tales of Vesperia, which came out shortly after that, to my understanding, all had voice acting. Hey, what's up, bro? Do I have... And I have a little money. Okay, you know, I can talk about it right here. Most Tales games have, you know, the variation of your atypical medieval weaponry, swords, daggers, staffs, etc. Lloyd, as far as I know, is the only Tales protagonist who uses 2 swords, which makes him a little unique. This is the only game I know of where chakrama are used, and Genus's weapon is no joke, a kendama, just, you know, that toy. And it's very unique. Again, a big part of why this game always resonated with me was because of how overwhelmingly unique it felt at the time. Again, I have since come to realize that it's actually not super overwhelmingly unique. There have been other games that have come before it, or since, that have arguably done this just as well, if not better, but like I said, this was a very, very new experience for young preteen me. I don't know, maybe I was a teenager at that point. Let's see, 2003, I would have been about 12. Albeit, I don't think I got my hands on it till a little later. Yeah, I'm actually really trying to poke around this game and actually try to explore nooks and crannies. Because again, like a lot of RPGs, different scenes can happen if you go to different areas after certain events, and I really want this playthrough to be me finally seeing things that I never really bothered to take a look at. Like, I've never really poked around the village before just heading to the temple because I always was eager to get the game going. Oh, that's nice. I didn't know that was a thing you could do. I seriously can't get over just how nice this game looks now. I mean, the young sprites still look kind of goofy. Again, because especially it makes everyone look like little kids, but... You know, I've always wondered what this game would look like if it got like a fully modern remake like Final Fantasy VII did. But like in the art style of Tales of Arise. It's like, would they just basically remake the game in nicer graphics, or would they... That's what I'm looking for. You know, completely remake the game from scratch like they did with the Final Fantasy VII remake. Anyway, well, it's a monster! I thought the northern region of the temple was a sanctuary. Why are there... It must be part of the trial. Martel's trial involved battling monsters. We don't have time to talk. Let's get this thing. Roger!
You're going down.
Nope. So, something I was curious about, and is a bit of a shame by the looks of it, is that, so the older Tales games, the battles took in a completely 2D space. It's part of the reason why I struggled to play the few of them that I did. This game was unique that it actually took place in a 3D space. The problem is you can't freely run around the 3D space like you can in later games. I was really hoping they would add that to this remaster. But what can you do? It's like, in order to kind of change which directions you run, you just have to change targets if that's an option. Oh well. That was easy. Lloyd, you're amazing. Ah, well, I owe it all to this thing, though. Oh, that's right. The X-Sphere. Yeah, it's designed for combat and brings out my maximum strength. Without this thing, I'd be nothing. But you're still strong, Lloyd. Yeah, at least his sword skills are good. What do you mean, at least? There's another one. Let's go, you two. Wait, Lloyd. The professor said magic is more effective than physical attacks against non-physical and spiritual monsters. Really? Yes. Okay, then. I'll leave the ghost to Genus. I'll go for the zombie. Okay, here we go. Okay.
Let's go. Oh.
Yeah. Again, it is really funny to play these early boss fights with just kind of how slow they are. With once you start getting more and more arts, especially like Lloyd's Tiger, Tiger Blade and Tempest, it's like, yeah, the combat is not normally this slow. It's important to choose the targets wisely. When there's a lot of monsters, or if we're up against a dangerous one, it's especially important when saving an ally that's in trouble. We have to be careful. Let's go to the temple. Awkward exposition dialogue. It's interesting seeing the Symphonia logo as a loading screen. Say, Colette, what's it like inside the temple? We've never been inside, so it's kind of exciting. Well, it's sort of dark because not much sunlight makes it through. That's not quite what I was expecting. But then again, I've never been to the inner part either. I can't wait to get inside. If only you could keep up this enthusiasm the entire time. Oh, Lloyd, I love you so much. Oh. This old world map. I love it so. So yeah, starting I think with the immediate following Tales game. Wait, hold on. I think there was another Tales game for the PlayStation 2 I haven't played. I think it's Tales of... I can't remember what it's called. But... it's just kind of amusing just going back to this older game, because like the monster sprites in the overworld just are kind of these black masses to indicate if it's like, oh...
Number 7. Justice and love will always win.
Oh, I hate that saying.
Well, it's going to come up a lot in this game, so you better get used to it, Lloyd. But, yeah, again, due to console limitations and whatnot, this is how the monsters in the overworld show up. But in the, like I said, I think in the immediate following game, the sprites for the monsters in the overworld actually actually started resembling the monsters we're fighting.
No way! Demon Fang!
There.
And then cooking's a very important part of this game because it's a way to quickly heal after combat. Especially since healing items are not the most abundant thing in the world. Oh fuck, I already messed that up. Oh well, that's easier to do in a second playthrough. Sorry, there's a title you can get if you manage to not use a single gel until you get to a certain boss in the game. There's also an achievement you can get if you don't have a single person killed until another part of the game as well. One second. Shut up. Shut up. Okay. Anyway. Wow, that light is really coming from the temple? Then the oracle's gonna be conveyed. Colette's gonna be the chosen of regeneration. It's really, really bright. Say, Colette, when the oracle is conveyed, you'll become the chosen who will save the world, right? You're gonna need to be like the hero mythos. So maybe you should act a little more, you know, chosen-like? Yeah, no problem, no problem. No pressure. Hey, there's a lot of commotion at the temple. You're right. I can hear the stock combat noises. So fun fact, if you actually agree to wait in the schoolhouse, this guy actually walks all the way to the schoolhouse. We're chosen one. I also love the fact that his model is moving faster than his legs, so he's just sliding. Pastor! Hey, are you alright? The Zions broke the non-aggression treaty and attacked the temple. Chosen one, quickly, the oracle. I know. Please be careful. I regret that I will not be able to protect the chosen. Pastor, hang on! It's no good. He's gone. No! And then his body evaporates. I'm going! Colette, there are Zions in there! Yes, but I have to go. I'm the chosen! My job is to accept the oracle on the day of prophecy. The two of you wait here, okay? Lloyd, are you going to let Colette go by herself? Yeah, this is another one that would affect affinity. I think I'm going to go for the default ending, or the default with Lloyd and Colette being the closest, just for the sake of showing the base playthrough. I'm going too. I can't let you go by yourself. Are you sure it's dangerous? Dwarven vow number 1. Let's all work together for a... What the fuck? I did not press A. Let's go. But it was like Dwarven vow, work together for a better world, I think. Wait, I'm going too. I'm worried about rain. Thanks, both of you.
Where is the chosen?
Run, Colette.
Lord Boda, there she is. Chosen one, your life is mine.
I won't let you Zions get away with anything.
Zions?
I also love those stupid wooden swords.
Well then, die at the hands of the Zions you so hate. Get them.
Fight until you die by the blade of the one you hate. Now, I am amused seeing Colette hold her chakramas that way, because if you know anything about chakramas and as a weapon, her hand should be sliced open. Yeah, you know, even this combat system was like, just blew me away as a kid, because, you know, I'd played turn-based RPGs. I had like the remake of Final Fantasy on the Game Boy Advance, and then Pokemon, of course, but an RPG where, yeah, you know, travel to a battle arena to fight, but one where you could freely run around, that was just unheard of for me. And that was something that also really made this game stand out in my head. Again, I know it's not that original, especially since Star Ocean was around, and honestly, gameplay-wise, there's a lot you can compare between Star Ocean and the Tales series. And heck, when I first played a Star Ocean game, specifically the one that's supposed to be really terrible on the Xbox, I remember being like, this is like playing a Tales game in space. Hey, sexy.
Get out of the way.
Demon Fang! Demon Fang! Demon Fang! Demon Fang!
I'll crush you.
Oh, not a
Demon
Don't
Fang!
even try it. I'll crush you.
Don't overdo it.
Demon Fang!
The button layout on this controller is slightly different than how it was on the GameCube. And I don't just necessarily mean, you know, because the GameCube and the Switch Pro controller have different button layouts. I mean more, how do I put this? On the GameCube, the normal attack button, or the guard button, was to the right of the normal attack button. The normal attack button was in the middle, and then the special attack button was on the left. Whereas, again, the layout is a little different on the Pro controller. So it's like, I don't know. Forget the GameCube controls. This is the Switch.
I never thought you'd show up. Damn. Retreat for now.
Oh yeah, that was something else that I thought. This game loves to throw the word damn around willy-nilly, like this game was desperate to be cool and whatnot. And also, it's really funny just how many, like, dialogue cues and foreshadowing and whatnot that get thrown around that just went over my head as a kid. Like, specifically there, I never thought you would show up. Clearly, these guys know the dude in purple. But that went over my head as a kid.
Amazing. This guy's incredibly strong.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Little git.
Is everyone all right? No one seems to be hurt.
Is that an X-Sphere?
How can I ever thank you for saving the Chosen?
I see. So this girl is the next Chosen.
That's right. I have to go accept the Oracle. Grandmother, I'm going to undergo the trial now.
What trial?
The monsters, I assume. An evil presence radiates from inside this chapel.
Yes, that is correct. The Chosen is to receive judgment from heaven, but the priests that were to accompany her fell at the hands of the Desians.
And I'll take on the job of protecting Colette.
Lloyd, I would be uneasy with just you.
Your name is Lloyd?
Yeah, but who are you to ask for my name?
I am Kratos, a mercenary. As long as you can pay me, I'll accept the
And
job
by the way, he
guarding
is
the
named
Chosen.
after the same Greek god that the character from God of War is named after. Because there's actually another, because like, I'm trying to remember exactly what Kratos' job was, or Kratos, however it's correctly pronounced in Greek mythology. But he was part of a group of 4 who served Zeus. Well, there's another character in the game named after Zelos, who's another character who was part of that quartet who served Zeus.
It's a deal, then.
Albeit, I think Zelos' name is
Wait,
spelled
I'm
differently
going to-
than the Greek character, but still the name.
Lloyd, you'll only get in the way. Be a good boy and wait here.
Trying to remember what. Anyway, yeah, just
What did you say?
Did I not make myself clear? You're a burden. Go home.
Mr. Kratos? Would it be okay to take
because
Lloyd
yeah, I
along
think
too?
that this answer improves affinity with Colette. The second answer improves affinity with Kratos, I believe.
But
Please. I get nervous when Lloyd's not around.
Aw,
Do as you
precious.
Let's go, Genus.
What? I'm going too?
Of course.
this isn't a field trip, you know.
It is now.
Thanks, Colette.
It's the truth.
So, this is what the inside of the temple looks like? Colette, you've been here many times, right? Yeah, but it seems different than usual.
I sense a presence of monsters. Don't let your guard down.
Well, we can handle a few measly monsters. Let's go.
Wait, Lloyd. Are your sword teachings self-taught?
Yeah, that's right. What is this thing?
If you're going to use a sword, you then at least learn the basics. You want to protect the Chosen, don't you?
You think you know so much. Acquired training manual. Actually, hold on. Strategy. No. Do you not have? Oh wait, there it is. It's right there. Heal. You can move freely. Protect friend. Stop using 25%. Long range magic. Attack close. No, attack far. Let's see. Scatter. Yeah, keep reserves. You can be on the front lines. Okay, there we go.
Take them down quickly.
Demon Fang!
Don't overdo it. Don't overdo it.
Demon Fang! Like that?
What if they didn't like that, Lloyd? Did you ever stop and think about how they might feel about this situation? Oh, so one other thing that's fun about this game that also blew my mind away as a kid. Yeah, it's just for the fighting, of course, but this game is 4-player cooperative. No, wait, no. Oh, I'm about to learn Sonic Thrust. Cool. No, status. That's what I meant. Oh, when did I get that? Oh, so these T and S things with the arrows on there, that will come into play later once I get access to the EX skills, but as of right now, that's not a thing. Oh, also something I did see in like a trailer for this game's re-release. So in the other Tales games, there are what are known as mystic arts, which as far as I know, weren't present in the original release of the game. If they were, I apologize for not knowing that that was a thing. But I know that they are in this version of the game, so I have to look up how to do those so I can see them for the first time. Because Mystic Arts would become a staple of combat in later games. Here, let's heal a little for Colette's sake. Actually, how much am I out of? Oh yeah, that was the last time I'm out of ingredients for cooking. And then the character's star indicates how good they are at cooking, which will result in better, more healing and whatnot. There's also titles you can get, I think, if you're able to max everyone's cooking out in every single dish. I said I will be going for... I have never strived for 100% completion of this game because of some of the ridiculous things, and even I'd say boring side quests you can get. Because, yeah, I love this game, but I'm not going to pretend it's not without its hiccups. Sacre Bleu! What is this? It's a staple of the series, except recently it's not been in any of the games. Look, there's something glowing. Wow, let's go see it. Look, there's something here.
Look out.
Don't overdo it. Don't overdo it.
Sorry, don't mind me. I was just experimenting with the controls real quick.
Don't overdo it.
Gotcha.
You picked the
Wrong
guy
guy to
with.
mess with. Wow, it turned into a rock. Well, it was kind of a rock to begin with. Oops! Ah! Oh no! I get it.
I see.
What are you two talking about? In just a moment, it'll probably... See, there it is! And we will... Whoa, there's another one! Now let's take care of it and drop it below. Yeah, we'll do that in just a second. So something you might be noticing is on the results screen, it's tallying up what's called grade. This was something that I don't remember if it's in the newer Tales games. I know it was in Tales of Xillia, but the way you accumulate it was completely different. How it works is you can exchange grade for crafting material. Don't do that, by the way. Or if you want to play New Game Plus, you can spend the grade that you've accumulated to port over things that you've accomplished in this game to a New Game Plus playthrough. You also get 1,000 grade just for completing the game, but you can be like, oh, I want the grade I accumulate to be ×2 going forward. Always buy that one, because that one will result in the 1,000 grade you get from beating the game to become 2,000. So your third playthrough, there's even more you can take advantage of. Let's see, what else can you do? You can buy ×2 experience for 1,000 grade, or I highly doubt anyone would be able to do that without grinding grade out. I think it's like for 3,000 grade, you can get ×10 experience. That's a definite must if you want to do every single thing in the game, because you're able to level up a lot quicker. And honestly, that's something I do always prefer for New Game Pluses and whatnot, because... what's it called? When I beat Final Fantasy XII, which was a very fun game, I might add, like, oh, I want to do New Game Plus to do the couple optional boss fights I could never do just on the normal difficulty of the game. Problem is, New Game Plus with that game starts you at like level 90, which that's just boring. Like, I don't mind, you know, getting like the ×10 experience and becoming overpowered quickly. But being so overpowered from the outset, it's like, why am I even playing this? I don't feel like I'm actually accomplishing anything of note, you know? I don't know, it's a mechanic I do like. Like, I kind of like this for New Game Plus, or... heck, I even liked how Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth handled New Game Plus. It's like, okay, you get to retain... yeah, you get to keep all your Digimon. Didn't like that as much, because, again, breaks the game, but it's like... you now get to retain the journal of how every Digimon digivolves, which I'm like, that makes it a little easier, so you don't have to do constant experimentation until you get something you like, you know?
Don't overdo it.
Again, it is really funny just to think, as a kid, I'm like, this is such engaging combat. Which, you know, again, for the time, it kind of was. But I remember when I played Tales of Zestiria, I'm like, this was like the first Tales game I played where I'm like, geez, the combat of this game's so fun, I wouldn't mind replaying it just to do that. Which is good, because the story and characters in Tales of Zestiria leave so much to be desired. It's like, Tales of Vesperia will always be my least favorite Tales game, but I have to concede that Tales of Zestiria is probably the worst of all the ones I've played. No, Tales Symphonia 2 is sadly the worst, which is a shame, because it's a direct sequel to this game, which... there are very few Tales games that get direct sequels. Prequels, like Berseria was a prequel to Zestiria, sure. And heck, even Xelia got a sequel. Honestly, Xelia's sequel was a lot better than Symphonia's sequel. Not amazing, but good. It wasn't as solid as the first. Xelia 2 wasn't as solid in a story department, as well as a pacing department as the first game, but it made up for it with a very likable protagonist. And a story that, again, well, with not have the best pacing, was interesting and worth getting invested in. Not to mention, Xelia 2 did a first for the series and gave you a basically silent protagonist, so you could, what's what I'm looking for, have some role-playing decisions, which, again, was nothing new even at the time, since, you know, Dragon Age, BioWare had been making Dragon Age and the, you know, Knights of the Old Republic game that had that sort of thing, but, you know, again, the Tales series has always been, what's the word I'm looking for? The Tales series mantra, I feel like they're always trying to be kids first RPG. Like, that's the best way you can describe a Tales game, is that they are made to be new RPG player friendly. So yeah, it's always important to kind of judge the Tales games on the, would this make for a good experience for someone who'd never played RPGs before? And for the most part, I think all the Tales games hit that, check that box off pretty well.
Demon Bang! I was just warming up.
There it is. Is that the Sorcerer's Ring? I've heard about it before. It's the holy artifact of the Church of Martel. Why are you talking like this?
We should be able to deal with most traps and obstacles with this.
Wow, let me try it. Okay, Lloyd. You're such a little kid. I know Lloyd gets it since he's the protagonist, and there's never a point in the game where we don't have him. Yeah, this mechanic right here of firing the Sorcerer's Ring used to be a staple of the franchise, but you don't see it that often anymore. Like, I don't remember the last Tales game the Sorcerer's Ring actually made an appearance in. Oh, by the way, pro tip, for anyone who wants to play this game, do not get the Sorcerer's Ring until you've gotten the 2 chests on the side, because if you don't, the rock golem stops spawning, and you can't get those 2 chests now. But yeah, the Sorcerer's Ring is... Oh, okay, that didn't work out. But like, how the Sorcerer's Ring, one of the ways it can work in the overworld is you can fire it at enemies, and if you hit them, it'll stun them, so they can't attack you. The problem with this, however, is unfortunately... the trade-off is that you can't pass through them, meaning that you can kind of get stuck behind them. Everybody okay? Yeah, but why are there so many monsters in this temple?
It's part of the Chosen's trial. Weren't you aware of that when you decided to join her?
Of course I knew that. I'm sorry, it's my fault you're here. Don't worry about it. It's for the sake of bringing peace to the world. Testify, Lloyd. Dwarven vow number 1, right? I told you to stop bringing those up. Dude, you bring them up too all the time. See, like that? But again, problem is, you can't pass through them.
Let's get this over with.
I know. It seems weird given that I'm criticizing Lloyd a lot, but Lloyd is my favorite fictional character of all time. But it's because of the character arc he goes through. Like, this story develops his character very well. He is not the same person at the end of this adventure that he was at the start of it. So again, not that big a deal, and it's not even like it's that complicated of a character arc. But again, for me, coming off playing games like the Zelda franchise and even the remakes of the Final Fantasy 1 and 2 where there was zero character development, a game with characters that develop was really a big deal for me. I don't remember if I played Custom Robo before or after this game. Even then, Custom Robo, the characters were all pretty static, but they were good characters.
It's sealed.
The Sorcerer's Ring can probably open it. Okay, leave it to me. And then I'm pretty sure I played Fire Emblem Path of Radiance after this game. And even then, I don't think Path of Radiance, the characters develop quite as well as this one. Oh, is that all the Sorcerer's Ring does? You get bored so easily.
This appears to be the top floor.
Yes, that's the altar.
Then that shining thing there must be the Crucius Crystal.
That's right. They say I was born with that in my hand.
Look at that light!
Do.
What is that?
An angel, I would assume.
So, is that Colette's real father?
I am Remiel. I am an angel of judgment. The time has come to awaken the goddess Martel, who sleeps at the center of the world.
Awaken the goddess Martel? It's just like the legend Rain told us about.
And that crystal just embedded itself into her skin.
From this moment, Colette becomes the chosen of regeneration.
I know it kind of looks like it's a necklace, but if you actually look at some of the more detailed artwork, those are actually veins protruding out from the crystal.
We of Crucius bless this event, and hereby bestow the Tower of Salvation upon Silverant.
Oh no, it's Kaiba's elevator to heaven, or to space.
So that's the Tower of Salvation.
Now the world will be saved!
Colette, the chosen of regeneration.
I humbly accept this task.
Very good. We of Crucius shall grant you the power of the angels with each seal you unlock. Once you are reborn as an angel, this eroded world shall be regenerated.
Thank you. I swear on my life I will regenerate the world.
First, head south to the Seal of Fire. Offer your prayers in that distant land.
Yes, Lord Remiel. Oh, wait! Please wait! I have a question I wish to ask of you. Are you really my
First, head to the Seal of Fire. Understood, my beloved daughter Colette?
Father! So you really are my true father.
We shall meet again at the next seal, my daughter.
could have sworn talking to some of these people would have gotten me a title. Whatever. She left. The rumors were true. The what rumor? That Colette is the daughter of an angel and is not really related to her current father. Even if you're not related by blood, family's family. At least that's what I think, and that's one of the main reasons why I love Lloyd so much. I'm sorry? Hey, don't worry about it. Angels really do have wings. Yeah, just like in the scriptures of the Church of Martel. But you know, I bet it's a hassle when they have to change their clothes. Huh, I guess so. And you'd have to make holes in your clothes for the wings to go through, too. Have you been thinking about this the whole time, Lloyd? Well, yeah, I mean, aren't you curious? I wonder how they get in the way when they sleep. Being an angel's pretty inconvenient, huh? I suppose so. Let's do the time warp again. Marvelous! Professor?
What are you two doing here? You're supposed to be studying in class!
Uh-oh. Rain, I'm sorry!
You're next, Lloyd. Are you ready?
Child abuse! Child abuse! Whoa, whoa, hey, stop! Child abuse! Ow!
Now you two, if you've learned your lesson, go back home! There'll be no class for the rest of the day.
What about you?
I've received permission from Phaedra to study this temple a little while longer. It's not often the ordinary citizen has the opportunity to enter this place.
Oh, that's a monster.
You're going down!
No way!
Look, I just wanted to see if... Oh, right, wrong button. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be looking around this temple that much more just to see if Rain's walking around. Because if the monsters are still spawning, I'm going to get my ass kicked with just the two of us. I'm going to be losing so much grade on this fight.
Is everyone all right?
No. Nope. All right, we're getting out of here. What was that? You're better off not knowing. Okay, let's get back to town before we get completely skull-fucked. Actually, let's save while we're at it. Again, it's very interesting playing this game again without all the new Game Plus stuff I accumulated over the years in the original GameCube version. I mean, yes, I know I had to do that in the PlayStation 3 version, but shut up. The angel told her to release the seals. Then she'll become an angel? So Colette's gonna leave the village? Yeah, I do apologize for, like, some of the, you know, just partial reading of dialogue, just because... Oh, you cocksucking motherfucker.
Let's get this over with.
Nope.
No way! Gotta know when to go.
Get in the village, get in the village, get in the village. And safe. Okay. Alright. Let's save. Hey, it's Rain. Professor?
Oh, Lloyd, a genius. Class is over for today.
Well, we know that. I wanted to tell you that Colette's going on the world regeneration journey.
I know, I'm going to be accompanying her.
What, really?
We can't let Colette go by herself now, can we?
But then what's Genus going to do?
I've asked Frank and Phaedra to take care of him.
Rain,
Genus, I promise I'll come back, so please, don't look like that. Lloyd, please look after Genus for me.
Oh, yeah. Please be careful, Rain. Don't do anything dangerous, and don't go near any ruins.
I'll be fine!
Promise me you'll come back? Genus obtained the title of Brotherly Love. Honestly, I'm kind of glad titles are a thing of the past in this franchise, because, oof, some of the ridiculous conditions you had to do to unlock all the titles in these older games were honestly just kind of a pain in the ass. I don't know. What's wrong? I forgot to return the Sorcerer's Ring. Oh, when they call it in, then we can just give it back to Phaedra. Say. No. We went through a lot of trouble to get it. No one's going to get mad if we borrow it for a while. Okay, so they do actually call attention to it. Not gonna... Blah, blah. I've actually never seen that particular skit. I wonder if either A, it's new, or just... I always just immediately went to Phaedra's house that it skipped. Because, you know, some of these skits can't be viewed after a certain point because they're meant to be kind of tied into what's happening in the moment. So I'm wondering if that's actually what it was. I don't know. So I think there is a title you can get if you play as Colette and talk to every dog in the game. Man, these books look really tough. Does the professor always read stuff like that? Those are mine, Lloyd. They're Rain's old books, but they're so interesting I had to read them all. I'm kind of disappointed. I thought the Oracle was going to be a much bigger event. The sort of thing were you expecting? You know, something amazing. Like what, for example? An angel as big as a mountain comes flying down from the heavens, carrying the Tower of Salvation. He then sticks the tower in the ground. Yeah, okay, Lloyd. I think it's also another important thing to point out, because some people have said, why do you like Lloyd so much? Again, he does develop into a much more mature and likable character by the end. But it's also important to remember, I was only like a few years younger than he, because I think Lloyd is 16 years old. Maybe he's 15. I'm trying to remember if that... But yeah, so when I first played this game, he was very much a character I could latch onto and even relate to, given just how close in age we were when I first played this game. Oh yeah, so just, it comes up a lot more quickly. This game is about racism. And I'll just say that and let the game, tell you itself as it goes on, but racism and overcoming prejudice, that's one of the central core mechanics of this game. Fine. Didn't look like there was anything in there anyway.
Then, we shall entrust the protection of the Chosen to Kratos and Rain.
Hi, Mayor Asshat.
I have no objections.
Thank you so much for your help earlier.
Oh, you're back. Thank you for your assistance earlier. Please accept this small thanks.
Oh, collector. Right.
Thank you.
So yeah, the collector's book, I believe that just keeps track of the monsters
Thanks,
you
Phaedra.
fought. I could be wrong.
Say, were you talking about the world regeneration journey just now?
Yes.
Wow, I want to go too. I want to see Colette regenerate the world.
If Rain is going, I want to go too.
No, you'll get in the way.
What?
The battles at the chapel were nothing compared to the journey that awaits us. Children need to stay home.
To be fair, he's got a point.
Kratos is absolutely right. Now then, we still have things to discuss. You two should go on home.
Please wait.
I still find it funny
sorry.
that she always manages to fall backward. Well, okay, she fell forward in the temple, but anyway.
It's not like it's your fault.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
Listen. Never mind.
Oh yeah! Happy birthday, Colette! I baked you some cookies. If I knew you'd be leaving tomorrow, I would have made something a little...
No, I love your cookies.
I didn't need to double tap
Thank you
that.
very much.
So what about you, Lloyd? You promised to make her a necklace, right? Don't tell me you forgot.
It's almost done. I'll give it to you tomorrow before you leave. I swear.
Really, I'm so happy. As soon as I find out when we're leaving, I'll go to your house to let you know.
Isn't it going to be dangerous?
I'm the chosen, remember? I'll be fine. See you later then.
Liar.
If I start on it now, I'll finish it in time.
Oh, really? Well, whatever. By the way, you're going home now, right? Can I go part of the way with you?
Sure, but where are you going to go?
I'm going to see a friend.
Huh? I didn't know you had friends outside the village besides me.
Does it matter? Anyway, can we swing by my house so I can get my stuff?
Yes, I highly recommend you save Scum if you play this game, because autosaves aren't a thing. Well, I don't know, maybe they're in the remastered, but as far as I know, auto-saving is not a thing in this game at all. I also know another reason why Lloyd spoke to me as a kid is because I was always a terrible student too. So I related to him quite a bit. That should be some ingredients for a sandwich in here. When you said you wanted to get ready, you meant pick up ingredients? Why are you bothering with that? You shouldn't make fun of cooking, Lloyd. We can't use healing arts, so we need to use food to keep up our strength. I guess you're right. Apple gels aren't cheap after all. Exactly. Cooking is important. No, I know how cooking works. God, I love the music in this game. It's so good.
Lloyd, do something about this thing.
What?
Your pet, this creature.
No-ish. Oh, I love No-ish so much. No-ish is kind of the mascot of this game. Like, most of the Tales games have, like, some cute animal or mascot. He's kind of it. I say kind of because he definitely isn't as prevalent as Tipo was in Xelia or Bienfu was in Berseria. Hey, how many times have I told you not to enter the village? Hey, you always have him bring you to the village. Don't talk to him that way.
That reminds me, Lloyd. The mayor wants to ask you a question.
From the mayor? What is it?
It's about the Northwest Forest that you go through. You know, the human ranch on the way there, right?
Excuse me.
You haven't been playing near the ranch, have you?
Of course not. Right, Genus? Yeah, of course not.
Really, if that's all, that's fine. But that weird animal,
How many times have I told to tell you that Noish is a dog?
So sorry, he doesn't look like a dog. And make sure he doesn't go near that branch either.
We can go now, right, Lloyd? We can go now, right? Let's go, Lloyd.
Be careful, you two.
See you tomorrow. Time to go, Noish. By the way, Noish, why were you trying to get into the village? He was probably looking for you. You think so? Also, Noish does serve a additional purpose. There are a series of what are known as long-range totems in different parts of the world. When you activate them, you unlock the ability to ride on Noish in those parts of the game. It's all right, Noish. Is that oh, that's right. Noish doesn't like this place. You never go near places like this that have lots of monsters, even though you hardly see monsters bigger than him. Yeah, actually, Noish's phobia of monsters is, well, it's not something that's you're gonna find out in this playthrough. You have to do a playthrough where Lloyd befriends Kratos as his, closest companion. He ran off again. Fine, do whatever you want, Noish. Even though, he doesn't come with us, he'll still somehow arrive at our house at the same time. I keep thinking if he's going to run away, he should at least take us with him. Oh no! Evil salad! I hate you.
You picked the wrong guy to mess with.
Okay, cool. Healing items. Those will be very helpful. Yeah, on the one hand, it's like, I know I should probably be doing a lot of these fights to get the experience, to make sure I'm not too underleveled, but at the same time, I also want to make sure I don't get beat up too much for,
You picked the wrong guy to mess with.
So I don't know if this is a thing in other Tales games, I don't really remember, but I know that the direction that you're pointing the control stick actually alters how Lloyd swings his swords. Again, it's a little thing, but anyway, how is you hiding food in your school bag? Yeah, she never has anything to eat, so I feel really bad. I feel really bad. That's really cool, Genus. It's really nice that you'll share what little food we have. It's not that big a deal. Don't be so modest. I'm sure the dog... Oh, dear. What the... Well, you just put your foot in your mouth. Oh, Lloyd. Here's my stop. At the Desian Human Ranch? Doesn't going there violate the non-aggression treaty? The Desians already attacked the temple. Well, I guess that's true. I know I'm not supposed to, but there's someone I just have to tell about the Oracle. All right, but I'm worried about you going alone, so I'm going with you. Oh, where's post? Quickly, finish that block puzzle faster.
Hey! Stop slacking off, swine!
There was also another little bit of foreshadowing that you saw in this scene that I never really picked up on as a kid.
Marble.
Well,
Genus.
anyway.
Is that your friend?
Yeah, I'm Lloyd.
I am pleased to meet you.
Marble, did you see it? There was an oracle.
Yes, I did. I saw the Tower of Salvation. Now the Chosen's journey of regeneration can finally begin. I hope it is successful this time.
The last Chosen failed, right?
Yes, I heard the Chosen was killed by Desians during the journey.
I wonder if Colette will be all right.
Let us pray to Martel. May she guide the Chosen on a safe journey.
Hey, Grams.
Her name's Marble.
Marble, isn't that an X-Sphere?
Oh, is that what this is called? They placed it on me shortly after I came here.
Yeah, that's definitely an X-Sphere, but there's no key crest on it. An X-Sphere without a key crest is dangerous.
What's a key crest? And how is it dangerous?
Attaching an X-Sphere directly to your skin supposedly makes you sick, but ironically, it's useless unless you attach it directly onto the skin. So, in order to prevent it from making you sick, you carve a spell into a special ore and use that as a mount for the X-Sphere. That's the key crest.
You're very knowledgeable.
But it looks like Marble's X-Sphere doesn't have a mount at all.
Nope, doesn't look like it. If the charm was the only thing needed, I could carve one myself, but there's nothing I can do without the inhibitor ore that acts as the mount.
There has to be something you can do, Lloyd.
It's not as easy as you think. Key crests are dwarven technology.
Your dad's a dwarf. Please ask him for help, Lloyd.
Oh, and I'll just clear this up because I was confused about this my first playthrough. Lloyd's not part dwarf, he's adopted. He was adopted by one. Huh. I'm not gonna lie, just with the leeway at the bottom, I kind of felt like there was like a hidden third option. It was like, I know if I say but here that I think I lose points with Genus. Like I said, I don't really remember what was what. I'm just gonna play the default route of being nice to everybody. Because if you're kind of evenly spread out with everyone, then you'll just default to Colette.
Fine, fine. I'll ask him.
All right. That's why I like you, Lloyd.
Please don't trouble yourself.
Hey, old hag! What the hell you doing over there?
Oh no, the design. Run away, you.
Actually, I don't remember what this...
But who knows what they may do to her.
I know that, but what can we do? If the Desians find out we're here, just think about what they'll do to Marble and the people of the village.
That's right. You must go.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't fully know...
What are you doing over here? Who said you could slack off?
I'm...
What's with that look, huh? Looks like someone's got an attitude problem.
No, of course not.
Shut up! You two, take her to the back. We're gonna give her a little lesson on respect.
Yeah.
Oh, this doesn't look good. They're taking her to the back.
But what can we do?
There's gotta be something we can do. Let's find higher ground where we can see what's going on in there.
So I'm gonna quickly change the leader to Genus, because there was an image here that I always got a huge kick of as a kid. Because his,
It looks like we can go up from here.
Yeah. Just because of his smaller character model, seeing him jump up these tall cliffs always looked really silly to me. Because the distance was kind of more in mind with Lloyd's model, because his height is a bit more, I guess for lack of a better word, they had his height in mind when they made that animation.
She's...
Watching those three just take turns looks so goofy with the
We've gotta
limited
save her.
animation.
But how?
You attack the Desians from here with magic.
What? Aren't we gonna get in trouble?
Yes.
We don't have a choice. afterwards, hide among the bushes and make your way back to the village. I'll act as the decoy.
But that'll put you in danger.
Don't worry. I'll head down the cliff so they don't see my face. Then I'll run in the opposite direction from the village.
Okay. You should replenish your energy before we do this. I've got some leftover cookies from the ones I gave to Colette. Here, have some.
Yes, cookies. The most healthy and energy rejuvenating food on the planet.
What the? Darius, stop him!
Open the main gate!
Are you all right, Marble? Quickly, come this way!
Genus, Lloyd, thank you.
Love you, Marble.
Ow!
What was that?
Uh-oh.
You little brat! Don't let Demon Fang! Demon Fang!
Genus, I want you to know that I blame you for this.
Demon Fang! No way! Sonic Thrust! Sonic Thrust!
Oh yeah, you're gonna hear that expression a lot in this game, Inferior Beings. The Desians love to spout that out.
Lloyd, they saw your face. I'm sorry, it's all my fault.
Don't worry about it.
But
I took out the ones that saw my face, and the rest of them are still back up on the cliff.
Yes, the implication that this 15-year-old boy just actually killed two people.
As long as we hurry up and get out of here, they'll never know.
oh, okay.
Just do my homework for me, okay?
Okay.
All right then. I'm gonna head on home. You should head back to the village.
Lloyd, thanks for helping Marble.
Hey, that's what friends are for, right?
Analyze the data from the gate surveillance system.
Yes, sir!
How did a mere human make that kind of jump?
I never understood why we were just given Genus's equipment. It was... I don't get it. Like, legitimately. It's always been a little something about this game that genuinely confuses me. Collector's book. Okay, so I don't access it from here. Synopsis. No, system. Shoot, how do I access the collector's book? Customize. No. No, it's not in these. Shit, I don't remember how I'm supposed to access that. Alright. I'm on my own, so I'm gonna try to avoid... Damn it.
All right, let's go.
Demon Fang! Demon Fang! Sonic Thrust! Sonic Thrust!
That was easy.
And I also remember as a kid being just impressed by how many different victory animations you can actually get from these characters. Again, it's nothing new by today's standards, or even all that impressive, but as someone who's, like, I think the only other JRPG I played again is the first 2 Final Fantasy games that were re-released on the Game Boy Advance. So just being used to the characters just hands in the air, yay! And that was it. Very big deal. Like, very big deal for me. So, no, it's just me, or have you been restless ever since we left the sanctuary? What's the matter? You weirdo. What? No idea what you're trying to say. It's too bad you can't talk. Forgot how restrictive the camera was, because I can't tilt it up or down. No. I mean, I know I can in some parts of the world, but for some reason I can't here. Dirk's house. Hi, Mom. Or I'm home, Mom. So yeah, it will be stated more clearly, but yeah, Lloyd never actually knew his mom. She died when he was an infant.
Welcome back.
Hi, Dad. Say, is there any chance you could make me a key crest?
Why do you need a key crest all of a sudden?
I met someone today who has an X-Sphere without a key crest. An X-Sphere without a key crest is bad for you, right? Or wait, don't tell me that it's too late once you've attached an X-Sphere without a key crest to your body.
Nah, not at all. But even removing an X-Sphere that lacks a key crest is dangerous. So, the only thing to do is make an accessory out of inhibitor ore and carve the charm into that, making it into the key crest instead.
Huh. And then it'll be okay, huh? Then could you make me a bracelet as soon as possible?
Just a minute. The X-Sphere with no key crest that you're talking about. Who has it?
Huh? A traveler? A traveling mercenary.
Baloney. X-Spheres are basically only used by Desians. If he took one from a Desian, it should already have a key crest on it.
Well...
Dwarven vow number 11. Lying is the first step to the path of thievery. Tell me the truth. Why do you need a key crest?
I met someone at the ranch today who had an X-Sphere equipped without a key crest.
You went to the ranch?
Seamless night transition.
I'm sorry. A bunch of stuff happened and...
You didn't let the Desian see your X-Sphere, did you?
No, don't worry, I made sure. But why is it so important to hide this thing? The mercenary that came to the village today wore his right out in the open.
Your X-Sphere is special.
Special? Is it different from the ones the Desians have equipped?
That X-Sphere is your mother's keepsake. The Desians killed your mother in order to take it from her.
They did?
I told you about how I found you at the cliff near the ranch, right? Your mother was still conscious at that time, so she explained everything. There's no doubt about it.
Why didn't you ever tell me?
If I had, you'd have run out and tried to take revenge on the Desian. The Tower of Salvation appeared today. Just leave the rest to Colette. That'll take care of the Desians too.
But still...
Don't get involved with the Desians. Your mother protected you and that X-Sphere with her life. Don't go throwing either away.
So will you make me the key crest?
Boy, have you been listening at all?
Yeah, I heard you. But you can't expect me not to do anything now that I know. You don't have to hit me!
So, something I'm going to bring up real quick is this game actually had, like, a very short
You heard that just
anime OVA made. I personally don't care for it, but bringing that up because I'm going to bring it up again in a minute.
I'm sorry. Because of me, you...
It's okay. It's not your fault.
Lloyd, you should go speak to Colette. We'll wait here.
Okay.
Lloyd, let's go up to the terrace.
Sure. I'm
Oh,
sorry for not finishing your birthday present in time.
Should have said just a minute, because then it would let me talk to the other people. Damn it. Oh well. Let me think. I'm trying to remember. Rain is standing by the exit so she doesn't let you leave. I don't remember what Genus is doing, and Kratos is looking at the gravestone.
It's okay. Don't worry about that.
But this sort of thing is special because you get it on your birthday, you know?
Well then, will you just wish me happy birthday?
Of course. Happy birthday.
Thanks. I'm glad I was able to live to this day.
What are you talking about? You're going to keep on living and regenerate the world.
Yeah.
So, about tomorrow. I can't come along with you, can I?
Well, it's just that the Desians will be after us, and it's gonna be a dangerous journey.
Yeah, so something from the original. Lloyd's sword on his left hip was always clipping through his scarf in the original, and you can clearly see that it still is, but it looks a little better in this version.
Desians. Up till now, I always thought my mom died in an accident. But she was murdered by Desians. Now that I know the truth, there's no way that I could keep living in a village that has a treaty with them.
Yeah. We're leaving tomorrow at noon. So would you come to the village around then?
Okay, you got it. Now I'll be able to see you become an angel with my own eyes.
Yeah, so Lord Remio really is my father. I'm the child of an angel.
Does it matter? Regardless of who your real father is, you're still you. Nothing's changed.
And this is something that is consistent about Lloyd throughout the whole game, and it's one of the reasons I love him so much. He doesn't really care who you are, he doesn't really care who you're from, he doesn't really care who your family is. As he reinforces multiple times throughout the game, you're you.
You just have two fathers. Just think of yourself as being lucky for having more than most people do.
And that's just a very healthy way of looking at it.
I suppose you're right.
World regeneration, huh? It's kind of exciting.
Yeah, releasing the seals, becoming an angel. Then finally...
Finally?
Nothing. Anyway, if we go to the Seal of Fire, I'll get to see my father again. I'm going to do my best.
Yeah, me too.
Are you ready to go?
Yes, I'm coming. See you later, Lloyd.
Yeah, see you tomorrow.
Yeah. Goodbye.
All right, time to make that present.
One thing I also kind of like about this game, without giving away too much away, the necklace he makes her, it's a plot point throughout a good chunk of the game. It's finished. Okay, I better have a talk with Dad. Alright, so I bring up the OVA because it's about to be relevant. Or, well, at least it's gonna... Why I brought it up is about to be relevant. Because... like you saw, Lloyd has been using wooden swords this whole game. Anyway.
Dad, about yesterday, I just...
Here. That's the key crest you wanted. You can use it however you like. Just remember, I did try to stop you.
Dad, thanks.
Dwarven vow number 2. Never abandon someone in need. I'm just going
I love
along
you,
with
Dirk.
the teachings.
Dad, I'm going on a journey. I'm going to help Colette regenerate the world so that I can avenge my mom.
Yeah, I figured you were going to say that. Take this with you. I've put together some things you'll need for your trip.
So you're forgiving me?
Yeah, but remember, this is your home. You're still my son, regardless of blood. Come back here anytime you're tired.
That's something else I like about Lloyd, is that I like that he is an adopted character. I don't feel... I mean, I know orphans are a dime a dozen in fantasy and whatnot, but They really do dive into the fact that, despite them not being related, Dirk is his father, and he loves him.
I will. Wish me luck.
Lloyd, don't ever forget Dwarven Vow number 7.
Goodness and love will always win, right?
Wait a second. When Genus and Colette brought it up in the combat victory, they said justice and love. Which is it, game?
Such a cheesy line for anyone to be saying these days. Don't worry, I won't forget it. Let's go, Nosh. It's time to regenerate the world.
Anyway, in the OVA, something I did actually like is that Dirk actually made a pair of swords for Lloyd here to take with him on his journey. It's not much, but it is something I do really like. Because again, I really don't like the OVA as a whole due to some minor changes they made for pacing reasons. That was one thing I really liked.
Huh? What are you doing here?
Lloyd, you're still here?
Genus! Good timing. I got my dad to make Marble's key crest.
That's great and all. What about seeing Colette off?
Oh yeah, about that. I've decided to join her.
Are you stupid or something? Colette and the others left a long time ago.
What?
I came looking for you because you never showed up.
You've got to be kidding me.
Lloyd, go to the village, now.
Yeah, come on, come on!
I am glad that Lloyd Fighter was looking for you. Fighter, okay. This game doesn't force you to sit through all, like, doesn't make you painfully travel to every location. They do offer a lot of quick jump options at certain points of the game. Again, it's minor detail, but it's a detail. It's something. It's a convenience I do like. Colette said something about leaving at noon. Why did she? So why did she? She was acting overly cheerful before she left, telling everyone I'll be fine and I'll do my best. Bet she's hiding something. She's always acts like that when she's worried or hiding something. Maybe so. Bet Phaedra probably knows something. You know, again, I do find it really funny that I made a point to call out keeping the Sorcerer's Ring, and then I found that skit I'd never seen before where the game calls attention to the fact that Lloyd kifed it. Hello, Lloyd. Phaedra, is it really true? Colette already left? Indeed. Did she tell me the wrong time?
Colette asked me to give you this letter.
Dear Lloyd, by the time you read this, I will have already left on my journey. I'm sorry for lying to you. The world regeneration journey is full of peril. Many Chosens have failed. I care about you too deeply to let you get involved. I'm gonna do my best to stop the monsters and the Desians. So I want you to live a happy and peaceful life in the regenerated world. Thank you so much for your friendship and kindness all these years. I'm really lucky to have met you. Farewell, Colette.
I do find it interesting that the letter was voice acted, but this conversation isn't. What is this? This almost sounds like a will.
Yes, you could call it that.
What do you mean?
Lloyd, Genus, there's something we hid from you and everyone in the village. Colette, no, the Chosen is already...
Sacre bleu! What was that? The song playing now, it's like the game's super serious, urgent song. Love it a lot. Burn, burn! Look, more survivors. Kill them, kill all the miserable worms. You'll pay for this!
All right, let's go!
Father!
To inferior beings?
Being a wee bit cheerful considering what just happened. Okay, so now technically I just need to run to the center of town to continue, but I'm going to... There's 3 optional fights and things you can see. I'm going to do those for the sake of showing them off. Get back! Lloyd, we have to save him! Stop!
All right, let's go. Demon Bang! All right.
Alright, let's grab a quick heal. Thank you, you saved me! I couldn't protect this place by myself. Is everyone inside the school? No, there should still be some people in the village plaza. Lloyd, let's go save them! Yeah. Yeah, I know that my Genus and Lloyd voices are blending into each other, but I don't have the best range out of everyone on the channel. Wait! This is my thanks for saving me. Please take them. Thank you. Please, help them. Damn design bastards! Why do you think they're doing such a horrible thing? Right now, we've got to get everyone to safety after driving them out. Or then we drive them... Whatever. Fuck! Our house. Damn those designs. This is horrible. What am I gonna tell Rain when she gets back? And the village looked like it might finally be a place we could have called home. What did you say? Nothing. Let's hurry up and get rid of the designs. Yeah, we're not gonna let them do any more damage.
Lloyd Irving, come forth!
It would have been funny if Lloyd wasn't even in the village, because Lloyd doesn't even technically live here.
You've come to attack the village again? I've had enough of this!
What are you talking about?
He speaks nonsense. Ignore him. Listen up, inferior beings. I am Forcestus, one of the 5 Desian Grand Cardinals.
I should hate his design because of how over-designed it is, but I like it.
I am a superior half-elf who rules over the farm where we cultivate you pathetic humans.
Half-elf?
Lloyd, you, a human, have been found guilty for the crime of violating the non-aggression treaty. Therefore, I bring judgment upon you and this village.
You violated the treaty too. You tried to murder the Chosen.
Us? Kill the Chosen? I see now. They must be after the Chosen.
I honestly still can't believe that line went over my head as a kid. But, yeah.
Hey, are you saying you aren't the ones that attacked Colette?
I have no need to explain myself to the likes of you. The only thing that matters is that you, Lloyd Irving, have been in contact with host body F-192 and attacked our guards.
What have you done? How many times have we told you to stay away from the rat?
Fuck you, Mayor Cocksucker.
Sorry. We've prepared an appropriate opponent for your crime.
What is that thing?
Now, receive your punishment.
Damn!
Boy, I'll help too. You're going
Demon
down.
Bang! Demon Bang! Demon Bang! Demon Bang! Demon Bang!
Yeah, one thing I am not the biggest fan of with this game, and would become standard feature in later games, is the only way to view the enemy's HP... Well, okay, let me rephrase that. The only way to view the enemy's HP is to use an item called a magic lens, which I don't have access to yet. Okay, and honestly, that's not my complaint. My complaint is that even after using the magic lens, I don't believe the monster's HP remains visible for the remainder of the fight. It just like, here's their total HP, have fun. Or maybe it does, and I'm just remembering incorrectly. Point is, later games in the Tales series would just have the monster's HP on display. Okay, I don't know that.
No way! Sonic thrust!
Right. Second swing.
Demon Fang! Demon Fang! Demon Fang! Demon Fang!
Get him! All right! Wind Blade!
No way!
Get him! Fireball!
I'm sorry.
Oh, crap.
Dad.
Watch out, Dave!
Demon Fang! Demon Fang! Demon Fang!
Shit. I forgot just how hard this thing actually was. Get back, Genus, my man. Here, have an orange gel.
Here! Get him! Wind Blade!
No way!
Get him! Wind Blade!
Whew!
And don't come back!
Whew! Oh, yeah, with how hard that was, we still got some grade from that. Not bad.
Lord Forcestus, just as you thought, that boy has an X-Sphere.
It must be the one from the Angelus project that we've been searching for. Give it to me.
And yeah, the wrapping on Lloyd's hand is now gone. And
No! This is a memento of my mom's, who you Desians murdered!
What are you talking about? Your mother was...
Run away, Genus, Lloyd.
What was that voice? It sounded like marble.
It can't be.
Get away! Hurry! Genus, you were like a grandson to me. Thank you. Goodbye.
yeah, and this traumatized young me.
No! Protect Lord Forcestus!
Lloyd, we will always come after you as long as you possess that X-Sphere. Always.
Marble? Marble! No!
Early 2000s voice acting.
What have you done? Look what happened to our village. It's all your fault.
I'm sorry.
You think you can fix this by apologizing? The Desians marked you as their enemy. As long as you are here, this village will never be at peace. Do you understand?
Wait a minute! You're going to exile him?
Yes.
That's not fair! Lloyd didn't do anything wrong! He just saved Marble!
Any involvement with the ranch is forbidden. There are no exceptions.
So it's okay to let people die at the human ranch as long as the village is safe?
The people at the ranch are just going to rot there anyway.
Fuck you.
Yes. Had you not done something so stupid, they'd have been the only ones that died.
Fuck you.
You humans are all the same.
That's enough, Genus. This was my fault. I'll leave.
Mayor, surely you don't have to be so strict on a child.
What are you saying? Do you realize how many people died here because of him?
You know, I realize you had Lloyd's voice actor on set, and you're like, could you produce another couple lines? But man, did you... He really should have done a voice a little more different than that, because that is clearly Lloyd's voice actor.
It's not Lloyd's fault! I'm the one that took him to the ranch, so it's my fault!
But it's Lloyd the Desians are after. And besides, Lloyd isn't from this village to begin with. He's an outsider, raised by a dwarf.
And I'm leaving too. I'm just as guilty as he is.
Janus, you're my bestie.
By the rights vested in me as mayor,
I hereby announce the banishment of Lloyd and Genus from the village of Isalia. Get out!
I'm sorry for causing you trouble.
If you feel that way, please catch up to the Chosen and protect her. If in doing so, the world is saved, surely everyone will change their minds about you.
I'm sure Colette would want that as well.
Yes, I will atone for what I've done. I swear to protect Colette, for the sake of those who have died because of me.
I'll follow you, Lloyd. It's my fault that you were banished, so I promise to stick by you always.
Say, Genus, why don't you use that X-Sphere? That's Marble's memento.
Okay.
I'll explain to you on how to use the key crest later. After all, looks like it's going to be a long journey.
Yeah.
That's actually a good mechanic to be aware of, the Houses of Salvation. Let's go, Nowish. Don't throw your lives away.
May the goddess of Martel protect you.
Strategy status. More defense. Elvis Caravan. These guys show up periodically throughout the game. Who is it? I'm sorry, I just wondering who was here. I'm the only one here right now. Who are you? Are you on a pilgrimage? Where? Pilgrimage? Yeah, something like that. You see, it's quite admirable for someone so young. Please feel free to rest here. Thank you. Yeah, they're kind of minor reoccurring characters throughout the first half of the game. So you're tough, don't get discouraged. No thanks. Oh, yeah. So yeah, something I genuinely remember when I played this game first as a kid is actually, I know this isn't exactly a giant overworld by any means, but getting lost and not being sure where to go and just kind of wandering around the overworld for like a few hours trying to find my way back. Which I remember a friend of mine listed that as like one of the best parts of this game, because you could just kind of go out and explore the world even if it wasn't advancing the story. Honestly, I'm like, that's not really a good thing in my humble opinion, especially if you're playing this game as an adult that, you know, has stuff they need to get done. Thankfully, it's a lot, if you pay attention to the dialogue and promptings, it's a little more comprehensible than me as a stupid kid. Huh? What's that in your mouth? Looks like your bag's open. You probably dropped it yourself. Oh, thanks, Nowish. Let's see. It's a letter from Dad. From Dirk? Yeah, I wonder what's written in it.
Dear Lloyd, did you read the Traveler's Guide? It has 7 most well-known dwarven vowels, as well as the knowledge necessary for your journey written on it. Make use of that information and be sure to protect Colette. 14 years have passed since I found you and started raising you. Okay, and wait, no, okay, I'm 15. I've got to be 15, because Colette is 14. Because I know Lloyd's a year, so yeah, Lloyd is 15. You're still barely able to walk. I remember how you were scared of me and always crying. Now you've grown into a strong swordsman. Dad. P.S. It's not written in the Traveler's Guide, so all written here about how to use EX gems. Read it carefully and reference it as needed. No, I don't need to. Nope. I know how those work. Did I get an EX gem out of that? Or can I at least access... Wait, no, I think everyone starts with an EX gem.
Okay. So yeah, they're broken into S-types and T-types. Based on whether or not you have more S-types or T-types, the characters will lean more in that direction. Personally, though, I think for the most part, people are much better with the T-types. For the most part. There are some exceptions here or there, but for the most part, I'm going to be leaning on making everyone a T-type. Oh dear. Okay, those icons appearing above the enemies' heads when they're charging, that's new. That was not in the original game. I don't remember if it was in the PlayStation/Steam port, but I do know that was not in the original GameCube version.
Just warming up.
Oh, there aren't many of these. There are just a very few of these. If you find these glowing circles, you'll have these conversations with your party members. These also affect your relationships with them depending on how you answer. Anyway, met, of course. I was having problems doing the homework the teacher before Professor Rain gave me, and you came by and solved it for me. I remember thinking how pathetic the school system is in Asalia. Of course, it turned out to be just you. You could be a real brat, you know that. But you've became friends with me. Well, you were always alone during lunch. Yeah, so I was really happy, because you and Colette came and talked to me. I was able to like humans for the first time. Oh, I don't remember which one's which. You did? That's why you're special to me. Thanks. Yeah, one answer increases your bonds, one makes them angry with you. Honestly, I should have saved before activating that, just in the off chance I screwed up, but I digress. Looks like you're training really hard. Well, yeah. It'll be great. You can become strong like Kratos. I'm going to make sure he can never say... The fuck? I didn't press any button. It just didn't give me enough time to read that. I mean, I know those ones are auto-scrolling, but even still, that was barely enough time to read that.
That was just warming up.
Oh. Okay. Ah, crap. Hey, honey. Abby is making a cameo. Oh. Huzzah.
Just as I expected.
Yes, let me clip my swords through their sheaths back. Or clip my swords back into my sheaths.
And he has little slots.
No,
or whatever.
No, he doesn't.
We can pretend.
No, he doesn't.
But he does.
Anyway, so yeah, House of Salvations are kind of the equivalent of random inns you'll run into. I don't think we're going to find Colette just by walking around. Let's try asking everyone we meet about Colette. I guess that's all we can do. Okay, then let's try and ask that person there. Excuse me.
What is it?
Did the Chosen's group pass through here?
Beats me, haven't seen them.
I see.
Are you two on a pilgrimage?
Well, something like that.
You don't look like you're very used to traveling. You have a Silverant mat, I see. Lend it to me for a moment.
Long-range mode is now available in the Asalia region.
In each region in the world is something called a guidepost monument. When you find it, you'll be able to do what I did just now. All your travels in the area will become much easier. If you want to have a pleasant journey, it's probably be a good idea to seek them out.
I didn't know about that.
Would you like me to give you a lecture about traveling?
No, I know all about it.
Good luck.
Thank you very much. Togi. much? Yeah, just 100 gold. Yeah. Well, I think that's probably a good time for me to call it there. I'd like to thank everyone who's joined me for revisiting my favorite game of all time. I will be, like I said, doing a full playthrough of this. This is going to take me a while, so I am going to be alternating between this and Edgelord. So if you're more interested in watching Edgelord's hijinks, don't worry, I'm not done with that. Well, thank you for joining me. Have a good evening.